There she goes.
Oh, she's back.
That was weird.
Looks pretty weird.
No,
It's
as
better
soon as
than
Donna
nothing.
joined, the whole thing broke for me.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, so the good news is we only lost audio up to the point of Gesh attacking, so I can just explain what happened. Gesh, you twirled your staff around. It looked awesome. You swung. The gnome ducked under it, but you brought your knee up just in time to catch him as he ducked down, and you just fucking brought him up and brought him down. So he's still alive, but like his jaw does not look great, my man. It's not a good look. So, with that, it is Ozla's turn because the other two that were at the top of the order are dead.
So I asked, is she able to use her warhammer, like the giant one on her back?
Well, of course, it's her weapon, isn't it?
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know. So I want to say that she like swings that around towards the goblin, like if he's in her reach, I think.
What's your movement speed?
Is he movement speed 25?
Okay, yeah, you're able to get there, and as you're like tromping over them, you kind of like unsling your warhammer and your shield. So you're making a weapon attack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your d20.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your d20 plus your proficiency and strength modifiers.
Proficiency. Okay, so. Oh god, this one. Oh, okay, I got a 10.
You got a what?
I got 10.
10. Okay, unfortunately that doesn't hit. So he sees you coming, and he sees this like terrifying halfling wielding this like toothy hammer and this giant shield, just like ah! So he just like backs away, just in time for you to like slam your hammer down near his feet.
Aimed for the feet.
Fortunately, it is his turn to attack now, and he's going to pull out his scimitar and go for a stab. And now that you have your shield, what's your AC?
18.
Okay, all right. Oh shit. Okay, so what just happened is I rolled a natural 1, and that means something disastrous happens. So, in kind of like his fear of being attacked by this tiny halfling, he goes to pull out his scimitar, but he does it at the wrong angle, and you see him pull it out, and then you see something drop to the ground, and as you look down, you see like a green finger, and he's just like,
Oh,
so,
what a dummy.
So, Dhuur'in.
I still win.
Dhuur'in, it's your turn.
Oh, God.
Okay. I want to try to hit the gnome?
Okay.
The guy that hasn't been touched yet with an Eldritch Blast.
What's the range on that, on Eldritch Blast?
Let me double check.
Everyone brace yourselves. It's Vinn's turn.
It's 120 feet.
Oh, damn. Oh, shit.
Oh
It
my
is.
god.
What is this spell? Okay, sure. All right. So go ahead and make your attack with the spell.
So that's a 12 to hit.
That hits. That hits. So do you want to once again describe like the attack, or you just do you want to push out an Eldritch Blast?
I'll go ahead and describe it.
Okay, while you're doing that, roll your damage.
So he kind of turns with his arms still outstretched because he's still pissed the fuck off and bleeding from his knee over to this gnome. You can see it in the way that his eyes glow so angrily, and these words utter from his mouth again, these terrible tendrils of black and green shooting forth for 7 damage.
For 7 damage. All right. Gesh. So you're feeling pretty confident, you know. You really wrecked this gnome's day, and you're about to go for another hit, but before you can, the gnome looks up at you, and before he can say anything, a crackling eldritch energy just like flies past you and slams right into the gnome, and he bursts into like green eldritch flame, and he dies. Flops over dead.
And he's dead.
You took his fighting partner.
Okay. Fenkin. Covered in this half-orc's blood, there's only a goblin left who has just sliced off his finger.
So he's not doing great.
Yeah. So if you want to make an attack against him, he's still kind of like reeling from his finger loss. If you're going to make an attack against him, you do have advantage.
Yes, I would like to attack him also because he is currently facing off against us.
Okay.
And he's kind of keeping tabs on her, and so he decides to go for an attack. My movement speed is still 30.
He was pretty much right next to the half orc too.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah,
she came. Yeah, right. So yeah, I would like to lash out with the short sword again.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll, and again you have advantage, so you can roll the d20 twice and use the highest roll.
Okay, the d20. And since it was the short sword, I used dexterity.
Yeah, dexterity. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so the highest one I got was 17.
Okay. All right, so that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
D6.
That's right, d6 plus your dexterity and your proficiency bonus.
Okay. So that's a 10.
Shit. Okay. So as you gracefully spin your blade around, you at first it doesn't feel like you didn't. It feels like you almost didn't hit anything until like the goblin's head flops back from its neck and it falls down.
Oh my god!
Just flops down to the ground. Before you lay 4 dead bandits. You have Holy shit! You've survived your first encounter with only taking 2 damage among all of you.
Hey, they chose violence. I tried to make them run away. They chose violence.
Okay.
But you got the short stick.
Go through their pockets.
So, you guys are looting their bodies then?
Oh
I
yeah,
am. I don't know what they're still doing, but
on top of it.
Not-
He's gonna hit the leader first and just immediately start going through the pockets.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, Dhuur'in, you still have a bolt in your knee, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
He's only giving it a little bit.
Scratch.
Everybody at once. What?
I think we're looting. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
who's the first to start like picking through pockets, and which pockets are you picking?
Dhuur'in is immediate, even though he's kind of limping a little bit. He's gonna kind of look down at the bolt, yank it out of his knee, drop it, and then just start going through the leader's pocket.
Okay. For any kids watching, I don't know why you would be. If you have something sticking out of your body like an arrow, don't just like pull it out. That's just like stabbing yourself twice. Leave it in until the paramedics get there. Anyway, so
Do not try this at home, kids.
you do not do what?
Yeah, don't
Don't
try
do what
killing
Dhuur'in-
bandits
don't
at
do
home,
anything
kids.
That Dhuur'in does. Don't do anything that Dhuur'in does.
Don't follow in Dhuur'in's footsteps. He's no.
Yeah.
Can we put that disclaimer in the beginning of every video? Do not do what Dhuur'in does.
Okay. So as you kind of like rifle through his pockets, just 1 second. D. Okay. So what you find is about 8 gold. You find 8 gold and 2 copper. You also find a leather-bound journal, kind of like strapped to his side. But you also find what seems to be kind of this like small card in his pocket. And as you take it out, it's got a little bit of blood on it. You kind of like flap it out a bit, and you turn it around, and you see that it's a very shiny embossed card almost. It's got kind of like a gold rim around it, and on the front of the card, in kind of like a very heroic portrait, a very small heroic portrait, you see a Goliath, a half giant, wielding a big axe. He's got tattoos all over him. He's got this bushy black beard, and beneath that, there is kind of like on this kind of like this artistically drawn scroll, you see the name Grog Strongjaw. And as you flip the card around to the back, you see printed on the back. You see printed on the back in gold lettering, Pocket Hero Trading Card. So go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead and add, and this is how you're going to write it. Grog Strongjaw Gold Rarity.
I put it in my satchel.
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
All of it. All the gold, the journal, and
yeah.
the card. All in my satchel.
And I'm going to go ahead and have you make a history check real quick as you're looking at this card.
Is this like the hollow Charizard of this world?
Just make a history check.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, okay. You have no idea what this is.
You don't know shit. Yeah, you have no idea what the fuck this is.
I don't know what it is. It's pretty.
You're just not a Yu-Gi-Oh fan.
It's shiny. That's all you know.
I'm a hermit.
You have no idea what this is. You can choose to show it to the others later if you want, but who else is looting?
Nox has jumped onto the half-orc body to loot.
The half-orc has on him 4 gold, and of course his weapons and armor, which are very bad compared to yours. So yeah, you find 4 gold and 1 copper.
Cool.
The rest of them don't really have anything on them other than like the stuff they were using to fight you, which again, very not like great gear and all that. But as you guys kind of like get done making sure everybody's okay, making sure that the horses aren't spooked anymore, you kind of look over to see Dhuur'in pocketing a strange looking card and then like taking a journal off of the bandit leader's body.
Ooh. A journal. Hey, dark one, can I see that? Let me see. Let the cat see.
He
Show
like
the journal.
whips around real quick. He looks at the journal, looks at her. He's kind of like,
Yeah, give me the journal, you stingy man. Thank you. She will take it and she's gonna kind of turn it around in her hands a little bit, and then she's gonna open it to the first page.
Okay, so as you kind of leaf through the journal, the handwriting's not real good. This was not like a really like educated bandit. A lot of the words are spelled poorly and all that. But you can tell by piecing it all together that overall this was a planned ambush because they knew somebody would be sending a search party out to look for the missing delivery card, and a person that they just keep referring to as the boss sent them out from their lair, which is apparently in a cave that's a bit to the west of where you are right now. The plan originally was to see if they had any more shimmer stout on them, and as you look around as you're reading this, there are like broken barrels kind of scattered around. So this very much was like bait, but it sounds like now you have a lead on where the rest of the shimmer stout might have gone. Very
nice.
You want to inform the rest of the party?
Yeah, so she'll turn it around to kind of show everybody the writing, and then she'll explain like, I suppose that we already knew this by now, but this was very clearly a trap, and it would seem that they are posted up somewhere to the west of here. And then she'll show anybody. She's not hiding anything.
not like Dhuur'in was.
So when you're all done looting from these vagabonds, we should all get back on that cart and head west.
I suppose.
But there looks like there's barrels back there, and I want to try it.
The barrels are broken and empty, Oslo. I don't know what there is to try.
He's gonna try and crawl into them to find the last little crumbs. Like whole head in the crate.
So Fenton, you watch your traveling partner for about 2 months now, kind of like scamper over and kind of like get into a barrel, and you hear like a very echoing "No!" as she realizes that it's empty.
You have to come get me.
Fenkin has been busy this whole time just trying to get most of the blood off himself, failing miserably because blood is not easy to get rid of. And he hasn't really been looting anything. He's just kind of been focusing on his own looks. But he strolls over to grudgingly help us out of the barrel, as she seems to be in a bit of a pickle. And he lifts her up and lifts her out, puts her down, and then asks the one of the group, is there any way that we can maybe stop somewhere on the way to just wash up for a bit before we continue?
Just live with it.
You're not drenched in blood like I am, Oz. Please, you don't understand.
You realize you are just going to get dirty again. There is really no point when you think about it.
What do you mean dirty again? Do you think that it's like... Okay, well, fine. Maybe we'll find a lake on the way there or something that I could...
Well, Fennekin is blabbering. Dhuur'in kind of like leans down and peels back like the piece of his pants that's ripped open is like pulling the fabric out of his wound and just kind of looking at it.
Oh God!
Ew.
Fortunately for you, it looks like the bolt didn't go in that deep. Certainly not deep enough to like cause any major damage to anything important. Again, these weren't like great weapons they were working with, but you'll live. You'll live. It'll be good to go.
You're fine. You're fine.
Does anybody else doing anything?
Are we rolling on?
Dhuur'in's just gonna go get back in the cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Let's go.
Gash just heads back into the cart.
all right. So if you guys are loading up back into the cart, you can kind of see like off to the side of the cart there is kind of like a little cleared sort of half pathway kind of. You know how like sometimes you'll be walking somewhere and there'll be like stairs up a hill, but you see like people have been walking up the hill, so there's like a desire path kind of like born into the grass. That's kind of what you see. So you kind of figure like, that's probably where they went. And fortunately, again, it's not quite a forest, but the trees are spaced enough for you to be able to get the horses in the cart through. So as you turn off the road and the horses once again start pulling the cart away, you leave the wreckage and the bodies behind. With some new information learned about the strange hooded figure that's traveling with you. And as you go along, the trees do start to get a little thicker as the evening begins to roll around. It starts to get darker. And just in time for you guys to, as you're feeling a bit tired and needing a place to like get ready to bog down for the night, you enter kind of like a grassy clearing, which has kind of like not quite a river, but like kind of a babbling brook kind of running through it. And it looks like a great place to camp. So if you guys want to go ahead and set up camp, you can.
Fenkin ignores everything else. He jumps off the wagon and he runs up to the water. He has no intention to help with anything until he is as clean as he can get.
Okay. All right.
We love that for him.
I'm going to go ahead and assume that you guys are going to set up your campfire. I'm assuming that Nox kind of has experience with putting fires together and all that. So are you guys going to go ahead and go to sleep for the night?
Should we sleep in shifts? Is that something that you should recommend?
I'm not recommending anything.
That's probably, yeah. I think, yeah, yes. Yes,
Who's
we
going to
should.
take first shift?
I'll take the first shift.
All right.
Okay. All
Big
right.
guy goes first.
So
Is anyone
as,
going to join it?
What was that?
so as everybody kind of bogs down for the night, as they get their sleeping pads kind of rolled out around the fire, Gesh volunteers to take the first watch. And I don't know how you want to do it, Gesh. Maybe you like take your staff and kind of lean up against the tree, kind of like a cool anime character or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so let's say, how long do you want the shifts to be?
Two hours,
Well,
maybe?
Finnick and Oz are probably gonna stay up together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Gesh, I want
So-
you to roll me a perception check, if you would.
Big boy.
It was a 5 and we're all doomed. It's about the first fight only to get assassinated.
That's a 6.
Okay, well,
Oh.
the trees are nice. You're kind of looking around, and it's like, it's a really nice night out. You've got a really good view of like the sky, and the stars are glittering. It's really very nice, and you kind of like get caught up in it for a second because it's a very nice view. So as that happens, you do hear kind of like a clinking of metal, and your head shoots down towards the camp, but like you don't see anything, so you're just like, and you look back up at the stars again.
Hey, wonderful.
So, who's taking the next watch?
Should Finkin and Oz take it?
Yeah?
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
down.
take the next watch.
Yeah.
Now I want you guys to roll me a perception check.
Alright. Is
That again.
that's a D20?
That's a D20, yeah.
That's a and
Mhm.
perception. I have to find that again. Okay.
Where is perception?
It should be in your skills.
Yeah, it's in skills.
Hold on. Am I just blind? I might be blind.
It should be just under nature. I don't know why I'm telling you another one to look for. That's just going to confuse you more.
I can't find it.
Are you looking at your skills?
Where are my skills?
They're right next to your modifiers, to your abilities. Not your abilities, your
Oh, yes. Okay. Still can't find it.
Okay. Again.
Oh, wait, it's passive. Is it passive wisdom?
No. It's just perception.
It's above that.
Perception and skills.
I am so sorry. I am completely blind.
So you're looking at the block that has all your skills, right? Like athletics, acrobatics at the top.
Yes.
Okay. So they're in alphabetical order. So just go down until you.
Oh, there. I found it. Oh my god.
There we go.
It's so tiny. Okay.
Dungeons
Got
and
it.
Dragons, Mighty Adventure, looking for stat blocks.
Okay, so D20 plus my perception, I got a 12.
12. Okay.
Yes.
As the night drags on, it's a bit deeper into the evening for you guys. Nothing out of the ordinary, honestly. You see a lot of woodland creatures kind of go by. There's some glowflies that kind of buzz around, creating kind of like a twinkling light in the air, which is kind of nice. Do you guys want to say anything to each other at this point? Do you want to take this moment to roleplay a bit?
Fenkin will kind of mutter to himself complaints about how dirty he feels, how the water wasn't enough, how could we not have brought any soap with us. Just
Y'all are
complain.
gonna gossip about your weird party members while they're sleeping.
It's all he's concerned about. Just being clean.
Osla, what did
Yeah.
you roll? What did you roll, Osla?
19?
Oh, okay. So you do actually notice something. As you look over at Dhuur'in as he's sleeping, you kind of see him like twitching in his sleep, and there's also like mumble. He's clearly not having a very like restful night.
Scary.
Poor dude.
Go kick him.
I think I'm gonna lean over to Fenn and be like, do you think I should give him that healing potion when he had the arrow in his knee, or should I just like save that? Because he looks like he's having a weird one tonight.
I think he looks fine. I think it's a stupid thing to waste a healing potion over, but
what if I just pour it in his mouth and don't say anything?
You do realize we're about to enter a den of bandits, and we only have a single healing potion, and you want to use it for an arrow to the knee?
He cut his knee! He cut his knee, Fenn!
Fine. You're the one who has it in your possession, so do whatever you like.
Wait, now I don't want to do it.
What do you mean now you don't want to do it? Do you just want to do everything opposite? You just want to do everything opposite as to what I tell you.
You're the one that didn't bring soap! You're always complaining about everything, but you didn't bring soap, and guess what? Neither did I, actually.
Well, I don't think you've ever used soap ever in your life.
One time, I told you one time, and you use it against me. This is not what we're here for, Fenn.
Are you gonna use the healing potion or not?
Can I just like splash it on his knee? Like, can I?
Nox, with your perceptive cat-like hearing,
Don't waste it.
You're kind of awoken to the sound of very loud bickering for what is supposed to be a nice rest.
Yeah, she wakes up and she just like she does the cat thing where their ears just kind of perk up, but they don't like move their head. But they're like, you can tell that they're awake and they're listening because their ears go like whoop, and like swivel. Yeah, that's what she's doing. She's listening, but she's not moving yet. She's just listening to this dumb argument. Although if it sounds like Osla is about to throw this potion, the only one they have, on Dhuur'in, she is going to get up.
So Fenkin and Osla, you guys are kind of like arguing back and forth, but immediately you both notice the ears shoot up and you both leave.
I'm just so silent, just like.
Fenkin will sort of elbow Oz a bit and be like nodding in that direction, like they're listening on. So, and
Keep it
then
down.
he will sort of look towards her direction and ask, like, is anything up? Is anything the matter?
To Nox?
Yes, to Nox.
Oh. At that, she will open one eye and look at Fenn and say, I don't know, is something the matter?
I don't know, why don't you tell me?
The two of you sound like you're having a bit of an argument about the potion that you have.
What about it?
Well, do you think that we should use it on something as small as this? Because I am in agreement with the skinny one that we should be saving it.
Who are you calling skinny?
You.
Well, whatever. It seems like the hairy one agrees with me. So,
The hairy one.
I don't think you should use this potion.
Yes, just put it away for now. I am sure that we will have an opportunity to use it later.
Fine, but like he's still like jerking about, like
Yes.
he's still jerking about.
Nox is going to go and nudge Dhuur'in with her foot
Hey,
in the shoulder. Just nudge him.
Okay, Dhuur'in, in your kind of like nightmare throes, in the black void that you dream of every night, with the discordant pipe, with the discordant clay pipes playing in the background, just the chaos of your dreams. You feel something fuzzy kind of thump against your side. And
he will jerk awake like "Shah!" and shout "Zlatstasa!" It is not a language you understand.
Okay, so Dhuur'in bolts awake, and their eyes, usually glowing green, are now just like bursting with green fire.
Fenton jerks and falls over.
He's like,
Nox is gonna hiss at him a little bit.
he's not pleased. He's kind of sweaty.
She just like, sheesh, okay, calm down, it is only us.
I would like Fenton to hide behind us.
Hide behind 3'2" Osla?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's got a big hammer.
Kind of just hold her up in front of himself like a shield.
He'll look around, surveying the area. Should I roll perception to see if he sees any kind of threat?
Yeah, go
Now that I'm
ahead.
awake.
Yeah, go ahead and give me perception, but I want you to roll it at disadvantage because you just woke up. You're a little groggy.
So explain disadvantage. Do I not take my
How it works is a disadvantage. You roll twice like you would with advantage, but you take the lowest number.
Okay.
Oh, and just a heads up. Let me know when you guys roll a 20 or a 1 on your d20. That's actually really important.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So with disadvantage, that's a 13.
With disadvantage, okay. So as you wake up, you don't really see a threat, but you do see this one-eyed cat lady just like kind of backing away, and you see Finkin just holding Osla up like. And meanwhile, Osla is just like.
Yes.
So yeah, no danger, just a crass menagerie of morons.
Okay. He'll deduce, all right, it's fine. He'll roll over so he's not facing anybody anymore and kind of like pull his cloak in, pull his hood up, get in a nice fetal position and try to go back to sleep.
No talk me, I angy.
Fenton is quiet for a moment, but then states, I think it's okay.
Okay, so with that, I will go ahead and say that the night turns to dawn, and everybody wakes up to cold embers on the fire. And as you guys kind of like wake up and wash your faces or whatever, break into whatever rations you might have, because I know you guys have like starting rations in your starting equipment. Just 1 second. Okay, Gesh.
Yeah?
You kind of remember the clinking sound you heard last night, the clinking of metal, and slowly you kind of reach down to pat your coin purse.
Uh-oh.
You realize it is empty.
Oh, no!
Shit.
All of it. I would like you to remove all currency from your character sheet, please.
No!
All of us or just Gesh?
Just Gesh.
Oh.
Wow, okay. I see how it is. Just telling the
These
listeners.
are some
Again,
fucking ballsy
good
bandits.
So how does Gesh react?
Unhappily.
Yeah, unhappily. That whole thing. And he goes up to the rest of the party. And is like, I don't have anything. I don't have any of my gold or my silver left. Did anyone happen to see what happened there? Or did someone happen to need my gold?
Fenton glances at us almost suspiciously.
Immediately.
Yes, like
Little old me.
Whom I?
I was sort of just like looks and goes, well, we all need gold, don't we? I
Not the thing to say.
mean, no.
He's just staring daggers at us right now.
How much gold did he start with?
Are you asking that in character?
Me? No, I'm asking out of character.
Okay.
What did you say? Sorry.
I asked how much gold did Gesh start with?
How much gold did Gesh start with?
Yeah, it was about 15 gold. Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, not that much, but still.
Nox is immediately looking at her coin purse to make sure that she still has her money.
Okay. So, Nox, as you're doing that, I'd like you to make me a history check real quick.
A history check?
A history check.
Boy, you know my wisdom ain't here. Or is that intelligence? Intelligence is even more not here. History. Oh, shit, that is intelligence. Well, here we go. This is going to be bad. 7. I don't know shit.
Okay, well, actually, believe it or not, so, remembering back to, it wasn't that hard to check, because basically you remember back to what Floyd said about the forest around here being lousy with fey creatures, and that connects to something that you've heard about in the past, which was essentially a nursery rhyme. Which goes, and you might have heard this like as a child. You might have heard this in your caravanning days, but it goes a bit like this: Boggle comes and Boggle goes, steals your rings and stamps your toes. Turn around, the compass rose. Where it went to, no one knows. And it's hard
Guess,
to
check your toes. Guess, check your toes.
It's hard to remember what exactly that nursery rhyme is about, but you do remember the Boggle being like a strange fey creature of some sort. You don't remember its exact nature, but you do remember that it very much likes to steal things. And you also know that when a Boggle steals something, you're never seeing it again.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh god, your toes, Gush. She's gonna rifle through her coin purse, check to see that everything's there, and then she kind of like looks up and gets this like squinty, suspicious look on her face as she recalls this rhyme, and then she'll look over at Gesh and she'll ask, do you recall seeing or hearing anything odd during your watch?
Yes, but one moment. I dismissed it at the time. It was the clattering of metal.
Metal?
It only lasted for a second, and then I didn't think of it at the time.
I am concerned. Perhaps there really is a fey creature in this forest. You see, I remember this story from when I was a child about this strange creature that would come and steal gold and rings and other things of that nature, and you would simply never see it again. She's also checking her rings to make sure that those are still there. She's very much like patting down her whole like body to make sure that she like has everything.
Dhuur'in does the same, but he's more worried about his book.
Gotta make sure his book is okay.
As far as it turns out, it seems that Gesh is the only one that got boggled.
No, he got boggled. No.
If Gesh is looking very distraught over having no gold anymore, after Dhuur'in has rifled around in his things, he will approach Gesh. He'll get uncomfortably close and hold out his fist like this, expecting for Gesh to open his big hand.
Uncomfortable.
What are you doing?
He's holding out his hand, waiting for you.
He just says nothing. Uncomfortable.
And just like slowly, he sort of puts his hand out. But he doesn't.
When his hand opens underneath Dhuur'in's hand, Dhuur'in drops 4 of the 8 gold pieces that he looted off of the band leader into Gesh's hand and turns around to go back to his things.
Everyone's just watching uncomfortably.
He knows what it's like to have nothing.
Fenn would like to make a rude comment and say, "Are you sure you want to trust him with money again?"
Ooh, mean. Throwing shade.
He gets
don't want any
a
more
sharp,
blood on your clothes.
look towards Fennekin.
He shoots a little glare at Gesh after those words, but says nothing more.
You should be lucky he did not take your hair gel.
Okay. With that very heartfelt moment between between Dhuur'in and Gesh, followed up immediately by Snark, the party shall load up into the cart and continue on west. And as you go, once again, the horses kind of doubling their speed because, Nox is very good with horses at this point. Eventually, you arrive to another clearing, and this clearing it's a bit more of a rockier outcropping. There's a lot more dirt and pebbles than there is grass and vegetation, and that's because it's set up against kind of like a rockier, craggier hill. And you can see and you can see at the base of this hill there is an entrance. There seems to be like an entrance of some kind. It almost looks like a cave, but there's kind of like a wooden frame, which kind of gives it the impression of being an abandoned mine shaft of sorts. And your suspicions of that are confirmed when you see an abandoned pickaxe, a very rusty abandoned pickaxe, kind of like leaning up against the frame, the one of the wooden frames. You don't really see any guards posted out around it, though. So, what would you guys like to do? Would you like to disembark and check everything out? What would you like to do?
Is this where we've been pointed to?
Yes.
Like the actual area? Yeah. Okay.
Fenkins he sort of thinks it could be a trap. So he's not very keen on rushing ahead, so instead kind of just watches, kind of gives Oz the stinky eye because she tends to rush ahead in things.
I was just about to say she's gonna go in.
Can I roll to perceive for traps?
Okay, sure. Go ahead and roll to make. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. Yeah.
That's a 10.
Okay, so just as you're about to get a closer look, you see this halfling hop down from the cart and then charge towards the cave, and you all kind of have this moment of oh my god, she just ran in. Oslo! Boy, that is a dated meme. That is a dated reference. Anyway,
Did you just make a Leroy Jenkins reference?
Yes.
So Oz ran into the cave.
Oslo ran into the cave. No traps seem to be triggered as she disappears into the mouth of the cave.
So in a sense, she also rolled a perception check to check for traps, but with her body.
And Oslo, as you rush into the cave, hammer and shield held high, I assume. You enter into a room that looks pretty empty. Actually, there's it's very dark, only lit by a single torch. But there are some empty cots around. There's some kind of some burlap bags. It's clear that someone's kind of been living here, but but right now it's currently empty. You can see that there seems to be some stolen goods lying about. You can see kind of leather cuirasses kind of stacked up on top of each other. You see a Crownsguard uniform kind of hung up against the wall. in total tatters. It's clear someone's been using it for target practice too, because there's arrows sticking out of it. But you also see some barrels, and on those barrels is the seal of the Stonebrow Brewery. Now, there's only two or three. There's only two or three, but something else that you hear, you also hear as you enter, kind of like muffled laughter, and as you look up towards it, you see there's kind of like at an angle another doorway that looks like it leads into another room, and there's a lot more light coming out of it. There's kind of an orange glow, and you can tell there's people behind it. So, yeah, and you guys kind of see and hear the same thing as you all kind of enter the cave as well.
Yes. I immediately, Fenton immediately runs up to us and sort of like grabs her by the collar. Yes.
Just kind of lifts her up like a naughty kitten. What did I tell you about going?
Scrambling towards the barrels.
Why are you rushing ahead like this? Are you stupid? No, don't ask me that. She just pulls her up and then it's enough.
She's not even listening. She's trying to scramble towards the barrels because she wants a taste.
He just sort of holds her in the air while she like
little legs are going.
Yeah.
Okay, so once again, you all hear like kind of this laughter in the other. Wow, my brain stopped working. You hear laughter coming from the other room, and you can tell. It's hard to tell how many people are in there, but you can definitely tell there's people in there. So, what do you guys want to do?
Interesting.
I get to the barrels.
Is there like, did you say there was like a window pane on the door we might be able to see through?
There's no window pane. It's a mine shaft. There's no windows.
Is there a keyhole or an underside of the door that you could see through?
The door is creaked open a little bit, so if you want to go ahead and try to peek through it, give me a stealth check.
Is the shadow going to get recognized?
It's his glowing eyes.
It's the glowing eyes.
So I rolled a nat 1.
Yeah!
Oh god, we're dead.
Yeah, he walks into the room and then he farts on accident, and everyone looks at him.
I fell into the door, threw it wide open, stepped on my own cloak.
So Dhuur'in, everybody, you kind of watch in abject horror. And Dhuur'in kind of crouches down, and it almost looks like he's going to be really stealthy until, like, the top of his staff knocks into the top of the wall really loudly. And he kicks over an abandoned pickaxe by mistake. And at some point, his cloak kind of gets caught on one of the rocky outcroppings, so he just kind of like... and it's a really loud rip. And finally, he makes it to the door, and you think, oh god, it's finally over. As he turns kind of like the brassy knob and pulls the door open. And from the other side of the room, you hear, what? What was that?
Oh god.
Or he startles like a fucking rabbit, like.
Oh my god.
Fenton says, "Are you kidding me?" As he literally drops us onto the ground.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh god. So have they followed him into the room yet or not yet?
Thank you for pointing that out. So as you stumble back, Dhuur'in, the door kind of bursts open, and two human bandits come out with like crossbows. One has a scimitar, and right behind them, as they kind of spill into the room as well, a huge hand grips the underside of the door frame.
Cray.
And out lumbers just this, like, also dressed in like bandit garb with like leather armor and all that, he kind of ducks under, and it's a bugbear. And for those of you who don't know what a bugbear is, imagine a goblin, but 8 feet tall and super hairy. And he kind of lumbers under, and you hear,
Yum.
and he steps out, and he's wielding this massive axe in 2 hands, a massive 2-headed axe. And on his shoulder, there's a small black creature about the size of a fist, and it's just the ugliest little thing you've ever seen. And Nox, you finally remember what a boggle is. Because you look at this creature, and you see it kind of like nibbling with yellowed, crooked teeth on a gold coin that looks a bit familiar to Gesh if he happens to see it.
You bastard!
Oh God!
So the bugbear, the bugbear snorting. He raises his axe towards you guys, and he says, "You will be a fine distraction from the voices."
Oh God!
And with
Relatable.
and with that, since you guys were taken by surprise, there's a surprise round with all the bandits, the boggle, and the bugbear attacking you.
Shit.
So,
Can I take a free action for Nox to curse at Dhuur'in because she's going to?
Talking is always a free action.
go right ahead.
She's absolutely gonna yell at him, just like, "You clumsy bag of fleas!" And then yeah. Anyway.
Okay, so
And can yell shit.
so the first one to attack. I gotta diddly. Okay. So the first one to attack is gonna be one of the human bandits, the one closest to Dhuur'in. He's gonna like whip out his scimitar and go for a downward stab.
Downward stab.
What's your AC? Dhuur'in?
It's 13.
Ooh, okay.
Uh-oh. 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 It was either a nat 20 or a nat 1. Oh, shit! Oh, no!
Say goodbye to your warlock, guys.
Immediately dead.
Oof. Okay. So.
Austin's like, should I use the potion?
Just throws it.
He's
Throw
only
it at him,
got.
yeah.
He's bleeding.
Oh yeah. I forgot.
He's only got 9 hit points left.
Yeah, I forgot to mention because you guys took a long rest, which was that sleep. You got your health points and all your spell slots back. That's my bad. I forgot to mention that.
Okay, yeah.
Dhuur'in, however,
Oh, then he's fine.
God, boggles are fucking ugly. Hold on, I'm gonna put a picture of a boggle.
Dhuur'in's not fine because the bandit takes out his scimitar and plunges it into your leg, right where the bolt was, and he twists it around, and you take 9 points of damage.
Oof.
How many?
9.
Okay.
9.
Oh, you survived. Okay, good.
I have 2 points left.
Oh, he's really ugly.
The next bandit, after hearing Nox shout, is going to take a pot shot at her.
Fair enough.
What's your AC there, Nox?
14.
Hit.
Shit.
Okay.
It was going so well, guys.
You guys ready to die? Oh, we're gonna fucking wipe.
All right. So he lifts his crossbow and he takes a shot, and it lands right in your shoulder there, Nox, and you take a total of 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay.
Next up is the thug, who's the bugbear, and he kind of looks over at the creature on his back, and he plucks it up, and he says, "Toothy, time to eat," and he huffs it at Osla, and as it like flies through the air, its tongue like all the way out, it makes a little noise, and it slams right into your face, Osla. So
Goodbye.
I would like you to make me a strength check.
Strength, okay. So D20 and okay. I'm still learning. Where is it? Where's it just gone and missed it? I swear.
Should be at the
God.
top left.
Yeah. 16.
Okay, well, actually, it rolled a 15. So the good news is you're able to reach up and like grab this thing off your face and wrench it off, and just kind of like throw it to the ground. And it looks up at you and goes, and it snaps its little black oily fingers and vanishes from sight.
Ugh, gross. That was
Fuck.
horrible. I hate it.
Okay,
I hate it too.
so now it's the Boggle's turn,
Oh god.
So,
and
Oh, am I gonna die?
Osla, you hear behind you kind of like a sound, and the Boggle is going to attack.
No.
So you hear like a thump against like your ankle, and you slowly turn around, and the Boggle has its like fist up against your ankle, and it kind of slowly looks up like.
You fear me, little man.
Okay, so that's the end of the surprise round. So everybody, go ahead and roll initiative.
Christ.
Oh, God.
Goodness.
That's a 15 again for Dhuur'in.
I have to find
That's a 17 for me.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
It was a D20, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
D20 plus your
Plus your dex.
All right, I got an 8.
I got a 17.
Ooh,
What happened?
tied.
Huh?
Wait, did you get a nat 1?
No, a 4.
Let me check. It tells me.
Wait.
You might have rolled a 1. If your if your deck, it depends on what your dex is, I guess.
No, it says I rolled a 2 and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus two,
Okay.
Fucking 4, man.
Nox and Dhuur'in, what'd you guys get?
I got a 15.
And Nox?
17. 17.
All right. Okay. So, the bugbear is going to make is going to go first. He's going to take out his great axe, and after he saw Osla rip the Boggle off her face, he's going to snort and charge at you, and he's going to.
It's 3 foot.
So Osla, as you turn around, you see this huge hulking bugbear just thoom, thoom, thoom your way. And he is going to make an attack with his axe. Oh, it's a mace he has. My bad. He has a mace. So he has like a big spiky mace. Okay.
Yes.
Sick. Dope.
That's a natty 20.
Even better.
That's a natty 20. That's a natty 20. So he hits.
Yeah.
Your dice are loaded.
Your dice are loaded. These are weighted die.
Osla, you take 10 points of damage.
Okay, what do I do with that?
You subtract it from your health points.
Help. Oh,
Are you okay? Where
yeah,
you at? How you doing?
6.
Oh, okay. You're doing better than Vinn and I, so that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 2 hit points remaining.
I have 4.
Next up is Gesh.
Woo!
You have You have a couple potential targets. You have the scimitar. You have the scimitar wielding bandit who's currently grinding Dhuur'in's knee into like a pulp. You have the bugbear who just flattened Ozla. You have the boggle who's like at Ozla's feet, just. And there's another bandit kind of like in the back to the left, just with his crossbow.
Right. Okay, so Gesh goes immediately for the human that's just twisting the knife in to
Oh god.
Dhuur'in. Goes immediately for him. Goes straight for a full quarterstaff blow.
Hell yeah!
At him.
Roll me an attack, my mans.
Hey, you know I gave you that gold. I got you.
I sense a budding romance here.
It's a D20 for the
D20 plus your dexterity modifier or your strength modifier.
Right. Okay. That's an 18.
A what?
An 18.
That hits. So go ahead and roll damage. That's 1d8 plus your dex or your strength.
Wail on him.
That's plus strength or dexterity?
Strength or dexterity,
yeah.
Right.
Whichever is higher.
That's a 6.
All right. And do you want your because of your martial arts ability, do you want to use your bonus action to make a unarmed strike?
Yep. Yeah.
All right. D20 plus dexterity.
That's about an 11. That's an 11.
Oh, to hit. Okay. Okay, yeah. All right. So unfortunately, that doesn't hit. But the quarterstaff did.
Yeah.
So like you come in swinging your quarterstaff, kind of twirling it around, and you're able to smash him off of Dhuur'in. And as you go for like an open palm strike, he kind of still like stumbles back too far out of your reach to hit.
Shit.
Yeah. Nox, it is your turn.
All right. Nox still cursing. Cursing a plague of fleas on everyone's families is going to she's got one hand kind of clamped over her wound because ow, that shit hurts. But she is going to kind of move quickly and low over to Dhuur'in, and she is going to use one of her spell slots to cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay. Let me open that up. Hang on.
No.
So that's, I need to find that. Hold on. 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Okay.
What is my spellcasting ability modifier?
That should be under your spell. In your spell.
That should be charisma, which is 4. That's good.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 1d8 plus 4.
1d8 plus 4. 10.
All right. So, Dhuur'in, as this fuzzy hand kind of reaches out,
Fuzzy hand.
as a fuzzy hand reaches out towards you, you kind of flinch back at first because like you're not sure what's going on. But
Fuzzy
then,
hand.
Before we do that, bards cast their spells through artistic expression. So, do you want to describe how Nox is casting this?
Can it be through curses?
I will allow it.
Can she'll say something to the effect of, "You goddamn flea bag, this is your fault. You owe me for this."
Okay.
As this kind of glowing yellow light radiates from her touch, as she probably a little bit more aggressively than she needs to slams her palm against him to apply this spell.
Okay.
Does
So
she wrap it?
as you feel this tabaxi hand slam into your chest, you expect it to hurt, but all you feel is this just amazing warmth that you've never known in your entire life. And as you look down at your ruined knee, as you look down at the pulped meat and the sinew, you watch
Ew.
as it kind of starts to like
Ew.
meld back together until you have a perfectly formed knee again.
Hey,
Your knees!
Oh yeah.
it's prophetic. I'm the stem cells.
Next up is the boggle.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. So, Ozma, the boggle behind you kind of like grips its little fists, and you hear kind of a sound. And as you look down, you kind of see this black oil start to form around you, under your feet.
Ew.
And
Yeah.
you are now stuck in slippery oil, which means that in order to get out of this like little oily space, you're gonna have to make a dexterity check.
Okay. Okay.
Alright. So that's
Alright, well,
that's the that's the boggle's turn. Next up is Dhuur'in.
I would love to cast Hellish Rebuke on the man that stabbed me.
Ooh.
Okay.
He needs to make a reflex save, and I will roll 2d10s.
Okay. So hellish rebuke. One reaction. Which you take in response. Blah 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 blah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. You point your finger to the damage. You is momentarily surrounded by hellish flame. Okay. So it has to make a dex saving throw.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, he needs to make a dex save, and the DC will be 14. If he makes the dex save, he only takes half damage.
Okay. Well, he makes it. What's the total
Ooh.
damage he takes then?
Lucky boy.
Yeah, so that's 14 total damage, so he'll take 7 fire damage.
Okay. So as you kind of like get up with your knee still intact, you remember the pain, and almost on instinct, you bring your hand up, and immediately he lights up like a straw man covered in oil, and you just hear as he starts to like twist around in the flames. Okay, and actually, that's enough to kill him. So you see him. So you see him like twist around and twirl around, and he screams into the next room where you hear a thump. Okay.
Don't hurt me, I'll kill you.
Warlocks are fucking scary, man. That was Dhuur'in. So next up is the bandit with the light crossbow, which unfortunately has to use his turn to reload. So Fenkin, you're up next.
Oh, finally! I've been standing here for like 10 years just looking at it.
You've seen a boggle basically shit out oil. You've seen this giant bugbear bring his mace down on top of Ozma like a whack-a-mole. You've seen Dhuur'in do something yet again unspeakable.
You've seen some shit.
Well, I would like to turn my attention towards assisting Oz, who has been by herself dealing with 2 monstrosities. I'm not sure if I can go up against the bugbear, but I'm gonna try.
Okay.
So
what are you doing?
how far away are they from me? I should be pretty close, right? I should be pretty close to them.
Yeah, you're pretty close. Yeah.
I can never use my bow. I feel like. Can I use my bow at a short distance, or should I go for the short version?
The room itself is kind of like 30 by 30, so it's pretty easy to like. Yeah, you can shoot them pretty easy. Yeah, as long as it's not point blank, that won't impose disadvantage.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'd like to shoot the bugbear.
D20 plus your dex and your proficiency modifier.
Get in between the eyes.
Dex. So it was only D20 plus dex, right?
D20 plus dex plus your proficiency modifier. Have you not been adding your proficiency modifier?
Huh?
Have you not been adding your proficiency modifier?
Probably not.
Oh god.
Wait, proficiency. That was the one I couldn't find last time, right?
It's just +2. It's +2.
Yeah. Oh my god. I got a 17.
Okay, so that's going to hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yes.
And this is with your longbow, you said?
Yes, my longbow.
Okay, so that's 1d8 plus your proficiency modifier plus your dexterity modifier.
D8 plus. Hold on. You said that a little fast. Plus dexterity plus.
Plus proficiency modifier.
Okay. So that is a 9.
Okay, all right. So as you pull your string back and launch the arrow, the bandit, the bugbear is about to bring his mace up over his head and bring it down on Oslo again. But just as it starts to arc down, you hit him in the wrist, and he's like, "Ah!" So he goes down. Math, hang on.
Uh-oh.
Okay. All right. And Osla, it is your turn again.
Okay.
And remember, you're a barbarian, which means you can do something when you get very angry.
Can I rage?
Osla goes into a rage! Okay, so for those of you who don't know,
I forgot about that.
For those of you who don't know, how rage works is, and I will read it out loud for you. In battle, you fight with primal ferocity. On your turn, you can enter a rage as a bonus action. While raging, you gain the following benefits if you aren't wearing heavy armor. You have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. When you make a melee weapon attack using strength, you gain a bonus to the damage roll that increases as you gain levels as a barbarian. You have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. Okay. So,
go at him.
You all hear this like primal scream of rage from this halfling. And there's kind of like this ripple effect as she like takes her stance, and the dust around her just kind of in a circle. So,
Vinn is like, not again.
Oh god.
Fuck's sake.
Every Sunday.
So since the bugbear is right in front of you, I'm assuming that you're not going to move. You're just going to hit him.
Yeah.
Okay, roll your attack.
What am I rolling again?
D20 plus strength.
Plus strength. Let me find my strength.
Plus proficiency modifier.
Oh, plus proficiency mod. Oh god. Okay. All right. Fuck.
Wait. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, 18.
That hits. Now you roll one. Now you roll your weapon damage 1d8 plus strength modifier.
1d8. And my strength is. I have to go fucking back to it. Oh god. 5.
Really?
What?
Did you do that right?
Yeah.
You rolled
1d8 plus my strength.
And what's your strength?
Plus 4. Did I roll a natural 1? I rolled a natural 1.
Oh god.
Okay, well, luckily a natural 1 is only when you roll a d20. That's okay. And plus you do an extra +2 rage damage, so that makes it a 7.
Okay.
Saved by the rage.
Yeah.
So, Osla, do you want to describe how your attack goes?
So, am I allowed to say that there's like... I'm trying to think. So she does like the whole... rips her arms out and everything. She like sort of like flexes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she like hunkers down like right into like a little stance. And it just seems like there's like this aura around her, like something that doesn't seem normal in a way.
Okay.
And as she goes into this rage, she just screams and like suddenly like bolts up with like her I think she's got a warhammer and everything.
Yeah, she's got her warhammer and her shield.
Yeah. So she just swings her warhammer up into his jaw, like a full like circle, and tries to knock him back.
So as you bring your hammer up, you collide perfectly with the jaw. It's such a solid hit, and his head snaps up backwards. All right. Top of the order is the thug, and he is. I also forgot he is also in the in this oil spill kind of area. So he's going to kind of stagger back, but he needs to make a dexterity saving throw, or else he falls prone.
Oh no!
And he definitely doesn't make it. So Osla, as you smash his jaw in, he also slips on the oil and falls on his back. And that's his turn.
That sucks.
So, and just a heads up, because he's on his back like this, you guys will have advantage on attacks towards him. So,
Prone, yeah.
Gesh, you're up, buddy.
Right? Well, since that human happens to be Bunch for Crisp, Gesh is going to go straight for the prone bugbear to smack him straight in the face.
All right, and you're using martial arts too, right?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and make your attack roll with advantage. So roll your d20 twice and take the highest number.
Right. And then, do I add proficiency bonus to that? In
Yes.
dexterity?
Yes.
Yep.
Because you're using your
Right, okay. Oh. That's 22.
Ooh.
Okay. So that hits.
You fucking hit him.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
He's dead.
That's gonna be 1d8 plus whatever your strength or dex mod is gonna be.
Right, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's about 7.
7. Okay. And do you want to use your bonus action to make an unarmed strike?
Yep.
Okay. Roll your attack.
That's a d6, right?
No. You're rolling for the attack. So you rolled d20 plus your dexterity.
Yeah. That's 18.
That also hits. Roll your damage.
Yeah, get the fuck out of him.
1d4 plus dexterity.
That's another 7.
Okay. So
Come back.
So you kind of spin your staff around in the air and bring it down on his sternum, which makes him kind of go like, and you kind of see like vomit and drool kind of like just out of his throat as you grind the ferrule of your staff into his sternum. And what kind of like unarmed strike do you want to make? Do you want to make it a punch? Do you want to make it what do you want to do?
Curb stomp him!
Elbow.
People's elbow. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yes, actually. Gesh is gonna do the people's elbow on his sternum again.
Okay. So yes, you kind of like you throw
Jesus.
aside your staff. You do one
Oh
of
my
these,
god.
and you're like, and once again,
That's so
once again,
funny.
the bugbear is just like, whoa!
Oh my god, that's so good. This is the fucking rock.
And hang on, I'm gonna. Okay, yeah. So as he sees this happen, the boggle kind of like looks over. He's like still punching Ozma's like shoe or whatever, and he looks over like, and he snaps and like disappears again.
Oh my god.
You're just like, come back here with my money.
Okay, so Nox, you're up next.
Oh my god. All right.
But before you take your turn, I have to pee again.
Connor.
He's gone.
Alright.
I will
Don't. He's just run away. That's it.
Everyone, if he gets back, everyone make fun of Connor for having gamer bladder.
Hold on, I have to pee too.
Oh, I got my drink.
All right, well, fuck you guys. I'm gonna get more coffee. Hold on.
So when they come back, we'll make fun of all of their gamer bladder.
All of them for gamer bladder. You can make fun of me for my caffeine addiction because I'm gonna get more coffee.
Oh my god. Only the Brits left, Ethan.
Yeah.
We're a hardier race than the Americans.
Yeah. And finally, we'll be able to get our empire
We'll
back.
finally get the colonies back.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, my face hurts from like laughing.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm back again, and we are
Yeah,
going
you're the first one back.
Ladder.
So we're going to take a quick break so I can start a new capture going really quick. So Finn, when we come back, we're going to start on your turn. So I will be right back.